it's your girl Horror Queen Cosplay, and I wanted to talk about a passion project of mine today, and that's a Victorian inspired cosplay of Bruce the shark from Finding Nemo. Now, I know that's probably a sentence you were not expecting to hear today, but guess what? I made it. It's been a project I've been working on for around a year, just on and off, and I'm so proud of what I've made. I've really gotten excited about making more and more original and unique costumes, and I absolutely adore late Victorian fashion, and I love sharks. Bruce is a character near and dear to my heart for a million reasons, far too many for me to listen to one video, and I wanted to do a little quick YouTube video talking about how I made this costume, everything that went into it. For starters, this costume was about 50 hours of work, again spread over the course of a year, and it may not seem like that much, but in reality, it really was. Now, it's not entirely accurate to his Victorian fashion and historical fashion, but I like to use the word inspired. It's impossible to make everything 100% historical, and there are plenty of amazing people on YouTube that do make far more accurate historical garments, and I do definitely recommend checking them out. So for me, this was more of a project for fun. I did make myself some undies, a chemise that definitely needs to be pressed, and a corset. And of course, I had to give the corset shark fabric, and the same thing with my little bustle pillow to give that nice sweet booty shape that a lot of Victorian ladies got. When it comes to the actual design of the costume, I wanted definitely to have a long bustle train inspired by some beautiful garments I've seen online and in pictures of from actual museums, as well as the costumery from Crimson Peak. Yes, I still am not over that movie and the costumes in that. And if you know that movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And when picking fabric, I ended up choosing a Dupioni fabric, although I'm probably mispronouncing it, because it mimicked shark skin. Sharks, their skin is very different. I say skin with air quotations. Their skin almost resembles teeth, and they're rough like sandpaper, but also designed to be able to move in water very quickly. So as a result, I wanted to have fabric with a texture that felt similar to that. And frankly, I have found that I love working with fabrics with texture more and more and more over just like a basic satin. Now, one of my absolute favorite details about this entire costume are the shark teeth. These shark teeth are all casted by me either with resin or with foam clay, made from 3 silicone molds of actual fossilized great white shark teeth that I got online. Granted, as tempting as it was to make all of it with real shark teeth, both that is not, you know, environmentally friendly, especially since sharks are endangered, and it definitely was a lot easier because I ended up casting a lot to make the buttons and do the mask. The mask itself is also made out of EVA foam clay and EVA foam, and also, ironically, a broken paintbrush that was then painted to resemble Bruce's iconic smile. And since I'm the kind of person that likes to start with top down, quick rundown, I made the hat out of a basic commercial pattern, made some really derpy looking Dory and Marlin figures looking scared from the iconic poster with Bruce. They unfortunately got a little misshapen because I was using a different foam clay that I'd never used before, and gravity was not kind to them during the drying process. The wig is styled off of a basic Victorian updo braiding technique that I saw online. Not much to that. The jacket, of course, is lined with shark fabric, and the bottom stitching says, "Hello, my name is Bruce." This is another commercial pattern that just sort of fit the vibe that I was looking for, that I also tailored to my corseted form. And in between the lining and outside layer, I created I guess, sort of a pocket for the shark fin. The shark fin, both on the jacket and on the train, are made out of cardboard on the inside, so super lightweight and perfect. Because of course, you can't be a shark without that iconic shark fin. I chose to play with a lot of blues instead of just blacks and silvers like you would see on a traditional great white shark, because Bruce himself in the film has more blue tones. And I really wanted to match the tones that you see on him in the movie as opposed to a regular great white shark. Now, in order to distinguish this costume as Bruce and not just as a shark-themed Victorian lady, that's why I added a lot of details like Marlin and Dory, the submarine that you can see on the train, the party balloons, aka the mines that are around Bruce's little hideout, as well as another really fun detail, which is the hand jewelry that I made. This is my very first time making hand jewelry, and I chose red beads to mimic the blood scene with Dory, because, you know, you gotta get a little dark and have a little fun with it. Now, both the skirt and the bustle were hand-drafted patterns. I did end up putting pockets in my bustle for funsies, so I could later hide trivia factoid cards about sharks and quiz people at conventions if I ever get to bring this to a convention safely. And I had a lot of fun with it. I wanted to be extra because I thought that Bruce deserved a train, especially so that way when I walk and the train moves side to side, it would look like the way that a shark fin tail would look in the water. Overall, I'm not going as intensely detailed with this, mainly because it's for fun and because I didn't really have as much video footage, but I just wanted to showcase you guys, showcase the hard work that I put into this costume and how much fun I really had with it in building and designing a unique costume. It's something that I definitely want to do more and more of, and I am so glad to combine so many of my favorite passions together. Sharks and sewing and cosplay and late Victorian fashion and fun fabrics and this and that. Oh, I'm so happy, and thank you guys so much for staying with me through the video. I hope to make more and more cosplay construction and breakdown videos talking about how I made certain crazy costumes just like this in the future, along with sharing my video game plays and other things like that here on YouTube. So thanks again, and I hope that you subscribe and like the video and all that fun stuff, and stay tuned for more. Bye!